Hello and welcome to Vegan News. My name is Joe. In this episode, we are going to talk about The Guardian, who names eating meat as the cause of your second biggest carbon footprint. The Huffington Post reports on the USA's massive meat consumption problem and the link to factory farming and the consciousness and the awareness in the people of America. The Hodge twins, the bodybuilders, the Hodge twins, have gone for a vegan meal. Did they enjoy it? Was it rubbish? Was it nice? Wait and see.
Hey man, we're gonna go check out a vegetarian restaurant.
And vegan gains attacks Kylie muscle yet again.
The little crybaby Kylie muscle.
And it's quite graphic in this video. It's quite funny and yeah, we'll see. Let's go. On Monday, the UN will meet in Paris to discuss climate change and man's effects on climate change. And The Guardian has covered this topic in the beforehand by naming some of our personal biggest carbon footprint causes. The first one being flying. So if you're flying about all over the place, you're causing a massive carbon footprint. If you fly once, then you're using your carbon footprint for a whole year otherwise. The second one being, which is very interesting and maybe more relevant to our topic, is eating meat. So the massive agricultural industry, animal industry, causes a huge carbon footprint using energy and resources. Animal farming produces more CO2 than flying, driving, cars and trucks all put together. Other big emission culprits are data centers that were named in the article. For example, the cooling that is required for cooling servers and all the energy that is required to power these data centers. Things moving offline to online. You would think maybe we're saving paper, we're saving trees, publishing houses saving resources, but they're not. Apparently these data centers are using more energy than they would be in traditional publishing houses where they would be just using printing presses and offline medium. And moving on, Huffington Post reports on the USA's declining but still huge meat consumption problem, bigger than any other nation in the world. More meat is consumed in the United States of America than any other nation on the planet. It is declining, but it's still a big problem. And they interviewed Paul Shapiro, who is the Vice President of Animal Protection in the Humane Society, and the whole article revolves around the Americans' awareness and consciousness of the effects that their meat consumption has on factory farming, animal cruelty, and greenhouse emissions, and just overall the effects on the planet, and the missing link between eating your meat, seeing it nice and packaged, and what happens behind the scenes, with lots of recent videos, including one recent video by an animal rights activist released from a pig farm where a pig was slaughtered and it was clearly still alive, and the people working there, the employees in the farm, also called it on the video as being alive. That one's alive, they said. So it was slaughtered, it was writhing and in pain. So this image of the animal industry, which keeps on coming out due to the availability of cameras and whistleblowers, is being tarnished. And so Paul Shapiro doesn't reckon that the Americans are going to go vegetarian or vegan. He just reckons that the industry will clean up its act, and therefore people will eat maybe less meat but still be fooled by the cleaned up act, the better image of the meat industry. And the Hodge twins, the bodybuilding twins, made a video on YouTube about their vegan bodybuilding meal that they went to. So they went to this vegetarian place. They kept calling it vegetarian. They had this vegan meal, and they had beef imitation on broccoli with rice and some sort of sesame chicken dish with rice. And although they had a general positive aura about the whole thing, they weren't criticizing vegetarians or vegans. They were very surprisingly positive about the whole thing. It was sort of pulled down to the sort of joking sort of level of this is me getting my protein now, and it's a concoction.
It's not me.
This vegetarian concoction, they kept saying, which I would actually...
but it's pretty damn good.
Say they were right in saying it's a vegetarian concoction. So I would recommend to you both, the Hodge twins, maybe try some whole food and some natural meals that are not a concoction full of flavourings and colourings and E-numbers to make it look like a piece of meat. So you just go vegan. Just stop eating meat and stop pretending to eat meat by eating these concoctions. And in the last one today, Vegan Gains attacks Kylie Muscle again.
Oh, please don't fight me! Just f*** my instead!
And the reason is that the Vegan Gains last video, worst of the fitness industry, featured Kylie Muscle and his steroid use or abuse, his alleged steroid use, and the gains he has from not being natural but being on steroids for a long period of time. And Kylie had it taken down on the grounds of copyright, and which is fraudulent. So you can't just take things down if they are unfounded. They can't ask for things to be taken down. It's a felony in the United States, apparently.
Do you also offer to suck when someone's about to beat your ass? Is that how you survived in prison?
And Vegan Gains has put up the video on his Facebook page and put it up. There's this response video, this new one, very graphic language, very harsh attack on Kylie and his alleged homosexuality and his favour for sucking things in prison. I don't know, maybe you should watch the video to see more details on that. So I will be here tomorrow with some more vegan news, so I will see you then. Remember to subscribe below.